streaming. Yo, what's up, guys? Am I live? It sounds like, am I alive? I hope I'm alive. Knock on wood. Still kicking. There we go. All right, guys. We're gonna be streaming a little bit. I'm all behind schedule. Don't get me started, man. Don't even get me started. Yeah, my schedule's all off. So yeah, I'm gonna be eating on here. I got my food, some snacks. We'll cover a couple stories. Yeah, my schedule. I'm not sure what Friday's gonna look like from now on, but might be a later stream. A later stream. So we'll see. Shout out to Iron Horse Crew. We got some good training in on Friday. Josiah says, "Sup, dog? Thanks for letting me be a part of your Facebook group." Oh yeah, did I join you in there? I don't know what's going on. Okay, Facebook. Okay, let me check. Yeah, we'll see what's going on with the Facebook group. I have no idea what's going on with that Facebook group. I do have some people that help me run it. I guess it's been a long time since I checked in on them. But yeah, we're gonna cover a couple stories. I'm gonna eat on here, so sorry for smacking. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna eat. Got my breakfast, lunch, and dinner all mixed in one. It's not that looking too good. Got a couple stories on here, and then that's basically it for Fitness Friday. Hopefully you guys are working out. I did a little bit of exercise and got some training in, so we'll get right into it. Hope you guys doing well too. There we go. We got Mr. Craig Jones. You know, he put him on the thumbnail. It says, "What a day! These kids put in some work and got to pal around with Craig Jones and Seth and Kit Dell, so the Australians, for a few hours to help promote CGI and FFF, the Fair Fight Foundation. Is that FFF? Thank you guys for coming. It was a real treat. So I think you can actually donate to these guys. I thought we could. Is it possible? Maybe it's just on the mobile app. Let me see if I can pull that up real fast. Guardian Los Angeles. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there is a fundraiser. Let me go big on here. There is actually a fundraiser if you guys want to donate. Maybe I should donate a couple. How much money you guys think I should donate? Can you guys see? Fundraising for Guardian Jiu-Jitsu says $5 raised of $2,000. So I might put some money on there. What do you guys think? It's a good cause. You know, Fair Fight, they do a lot of work for the kids that can't afford jiu-jitsu. Josiah says, "I ecologically walked today and did some jumping." All right, that's good. Craig Jones and Kate Dell. Yeah. So I might see if I can donate a little bit of money. Let's see. How many dollars I got on me? How do I do that? I'll try to figure that out while. I think you can do it right in the story in the app. Let's see if I can do anything. Let's see if it asks for my credit card. I'm not. I'm gonna have to do that later or something. I need that. What's that called? The Apple Pay. Up PayPal. All right, let me get back to this. That's gonna take a second. Shoot, what the heck? I got different stuff on here. I'm gonna put it on work mode. Go. All right, so we got a couple stories. You know, we cover whatever little bit of news today. Unfortunately, we got the Gracies over there in my home country, the Dominican Republic over here. Get the Gracies out of the Dominican over here. We don't need the Gracies over there. Uh-oh. Can you guys still see me? My screen. There we go. So yeah, they over here, they're over there scamming. They're gonna charge a fortune for some gift wrap.
Weeks of my life. My team and I were invited to teach Gracie survival tactics to the Dominican Republic National Police as part of the president's commitment to reforming the force that had a long history of systemic issues and deteriorating public trust. These officers had zero experience in jiu-jitsu or defensive tactics in general, so it took a little work to get them going. But within the first couple of days, it really started to click for them. They quickly realized that not only would these skills keep them safer, but it would also keep civilians safer, which was critical in order to rebuild public trust in law enforcement. On the last day, we were told that the president was going to show up, but we had no idea what to expect. Secret Service were everywhere, bomb-sniffing dogs. It was crazy. Then he finally showed up with all kinds of dignitaries, law enforcement leaders, and political figures from the Dominican Republic and abroad. For the first time ever, we got to present the Safe Rap system to the president of a country, and it was really great to see how much he appreciated how the system could help restrain subjects in cases where conventional prone restraint wasn't safe or feasible.
Quiero agradecer y felicitar al grupo de Gracie University por su excelente entrenamiento, pero también a nuestra gente. Que Dios los bendiga a todos para seguir avanzando por una mejor policía, por una mejor seguridad y por una mejor República Dominicana. Muchísimas gracias.
These 140 graduates have now been tasked by the president to teach GST and SafeRap to the remaining 40,000 members of the National Police Force. Even though the significance of this week hasn't totally settled in for me and the team, we are all very proud to be part of something that we know will save lives. This was one of the craziest.
Sorry if I'm smacking, guys. Got some Whole Foods. Haven't been Whole Foods in about 3 months. They probably charged $100,000 for some gift wrap. So, I mean, they could have gone on YouTube for that. YouTube University instead of Gracie University. That Whole Foods hitting. That Whole Foods is good. Now, can I afford the Whole Foods all the time? No, but it's delicious. Shout out to Jaden Cox over here. So we talked about Team America. Team America U17. They over there won everything over there, and he was the coach. So shout out to him, man. He doing good. He retired after the last Olympic trial. And he still got some more wrestling in him. He could probably still wrestle, maybe with Raph or something. He could still wrestle, but I guess he wanted to coach. So I believe his wife also coaches wrestling as well. So shout out to my wrestlers out there. We be celebrating you. Now my judo people, we don't really celebrate you that much. You guys ain't got nothing to celebrate. I'm trying to switch it over. Let's see. I like this setup because I got my hands free. When I got my other microphone when I'm traveling, it's just a hassle. When I got my other microphone, got to hold it, and I'm like throwing it. Now I can use my hands. So much more relaxing. There we go. Let me move it over. Look at that little trailer right there. Jaden Cox doing it, bro. All them kids did good. What's the difference? Oh, a little bit closer up. They changed the shirt. They didn't change the shirt, but they made it more blue. All right, I like it. We got Fabio Gurgel, the General, the legend. Yeah, what's up, Marley? We got the General.
Talk a little bit too about the Alliance Institute, because I know that's a huge part of, especially for the color belts, that's a program that a lot of them take part in. It helps them not only get support for the competitions, but also helps them become better teachers and better advocates for jiu-jitsu moving forward, which is super, super important. So can you talk about the role of the Institute?
I think the idea of the Institute, I don't believe much in help people just to help, to prove that I'm a nice person. Also, I need to help other people. I really believe in the way that you align your goals in doing good for you and good for the others. Yeah. Right? When this is aligned, it's much stronger because you are never tired to help yourself. Right? So if you do something that is beneficial for you at the same time, you can help people. For me, that's the ideal project. That's exactly what we do in the Institute. Institute, of course, provide the financial support for our athletes. We know that to go to the circuit and compete Europeans, Pan Ams, Brazil nationals, and worlds is very expensive.
Yeah.
You know, and so we support the guys financially, but the return is okay. You're gonna start working with jiu-jitsu to get a better living, and in order to do that, you need to study, you need to read, you need to gain form, and of course try to to start understanding how you can be a better instructor, because that's the natural. I'm not saying that you have to be an instructor, but at least you need to know, right? And what we're seeing after, almost 5 years of the project with the Institute, that we already brought the guys from blue belt to black. So it means that they are out of the support. As soon as they get the black belt, there's no more financial support. But those guys that are reaching that level, they already make a lot of money teaching, right? Supporting the academies and sometimes searching for new opportunities in having their own academies one day. So that's what the Institute do. And of course, there's the beneficial for Alliance because they compete for us, right? So during all this process, that window usually takes 3 to 4 years maximum.
Yeah.
Right? And again, the example that we just talked about, Eduardo, he got the double gold as a brown belt. He got his black. He doesn't need the Institute anymore, right? Because now he has seminars, a lot of private students. So they are already, kind of established and can provide for himself. And that's the idea of the Institute, Take these kids to the point that they don't need the help anymore.
So I thought we'd talk a little bit.
Gerald said, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. He said, Morgan Turner, one of 2 young ladies that have 3 U17 freestyle world championships. So that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Grippo, more Grippo talk. Marley and Josiah gonna talk about Grippo. This is the Grippo podcast or live stream. Say your prayers, take your vitamins, and eat your pumpkin seed. Yeah, I got some pumpkin seeds. This Brazilian dude is boring. So that's Fabio Gurgel. He's one of the best coaches in the world. Coach to Marcelo, Cobrinha, Lucas, Gabby Garcia, Michael Lange, Bernardo. Huge honor. So I got the chance to meet him and roll with him a lot of. Well, I think I only rolled with him a couple times, but I've seen him for years and years. So apparently they have this institute. All these major teams, they have these feeder programs, especially in Brazil, and kids come from Manaus and other small cities, and then they try to get to Rio and Sao Paulo and join one of the bigger teams, and then from the bigger teams, make a move to, get to the international scene in America or, maybe UAE somewhere. Think about, that's kind of how Dream Art started, funnily enough. But a lot of times these things don't work out. I hope Fabio has kind of figured out how to make it work because he's lost so much talent over the years. Alliance done lost so much talent over the years, and so many teams kind of spun off of Alliance. So it's crazy that it took them this long to figure out you got to invest in your athletes, but hopefully they do better than my generation. Yeah, I hope they do better than my generation. How they treated some of the athletes, but they're doing well. honestly, you take the kids that by the time these kids get to Art of Jiu-Jitsu or Atos or Alliance, the kids already really good. And so just a little bit of resources is all it takes. And in fact, if you had a team, you wanted to make a hit squad, you would just sponsor some Brazilians, some up and coming Brazilian athletes at your gym. You do really well. He says, hope Gianni will win against Max Hansen, Keith Krikorian, and everyone who's competing at EBI. You gonna have to sacrifice something for Gianni to win that. He too ecological, bro. Yeah, I don't think his submissions or sub escapes are like you're gonna get him out of there. Is EBI's not today? It's in September. Did you delete my comment saying my Instagram handle? I did not. Maybe Instagram took it. I haven't eaten I was eating. Did you see me eating over there? I haven't touched anything. I might not let you post your Instagram. If you guys want to hook up, no Diddy, just message each other on social media or something. I did not delete your social media handle. I don't know what happened there. Marcelo needs to be at EBI and show these clowns how it's really done. Marcelo doesn't really do EBI. He's more of an ADCC, IBJJF guy. Have you ever met Marcelo Garcia? And if so, what was the experience like? It was okay. I've met him a couple times. I think I only trained with him maybe once in a drill or something. Yeah, he was okay. It was really good. I mean, shoot. Everybody's good at a certain point. I mean, especially when you're a lower belt. Everybody, I mean, you can't even tell the difference. Really, when the skill discrepancy is so bad, so big, you can't tell. You don't know what's going on. Doesn't Gianni hate you, bro? Not me. I guess Josiah possibly. Says, dog, you ever roll with Gianni? And if so, yeah, I've rolled with Gianni. What was it like? He was okay. It was a long time ago, but it was okay. Yeah, it was after a tournament. I think it was after Worlds one year. We ain't rolling hard at the Worlds. We chilling at the Worlds. What advice you have for me? You better start training hard. We gotta send you to a good school if you want to beat Gianni. Says YouTube be deleting comments. Yeah, I didn't touch anything. I don't even know how to delete anything. I gotta go. I'm over here. Look how many tabs I got open. Oh, you guys can't see. Do I look like I know how to use YouTube to the fullest extent? Look at all my tabs. Doesn't say if we want to hook up. Stop saying. I mean, you the one that said it first. Talk about Helena and her pets again. I mean, the way you guys be talking about Gianni, I don't know what to say. I support your guys' lifestyle, Whatever you guys want to do offline, you go ahead and do it. No, I said Gianni was good. Says the importance of having a camera. This is some of you guys. When I take my eyes off you guys, this is what you guys be doing. This you guys. That's you guys.
How does, if at all, NIL work into this equation with West Point?
The cheesy answer is we're the original NIL, right? Every one of our kids gets a free education and they get a stipend while they're here, so every one of our guys does get paid.
How does, if at all, NIL work into this equation with West Point?
You know, the cheesy answer is we're the original NIL, right? Every one of our kids gets a free education and they get a stipend while they're here, you know? So every one of our guys does get paid.
How?
Sorry, guys. I'm smacking. I'm hungry. Yo, shout out to West Point. Shout out to my boy Christian. Go Army. No wonder Grippo hates you. When I roll with Gianni, I want Alec there to record. I'm being Gianni. We're gonna need some CGI. We're gonna need J-Rod skills. His AI skills on there. Calm down, guys. Calm down.
Store right now, getting drunk before the BJJ tournament, as I promised all of you guys I would. You guys have water here as well or not?
Yes, it's right there.
Hey, fucking cheers though, boys.
Sorry for smacking, guys, but don't go compete drunk.
Not a chance. I got pissed off. Went for the slam. And now we're sitting out here, boys. I know I said I was gonna do 5, but I'll do 1 more for you guys. As a blessing. We got 1 more match to go. Jiu-Jitsu, we go to the fucking top.
Yeah, don't do this, guys. Don't do that. That's terrible.
For the weasel, as always, comes out on top.
I spent a lot of time in this video. Please press like and follow.
In front of the liquor store right now, getting drunk before the BJJ.
These guys be out here doing some crazy stuff for views, bro. Crazy stuff. Says I met Roberto Kokorian, Jarbim, and a few BJJ guys. Meeting Gianni Grippo would be a dream come true. Gianni's cool. He's a cool guy. You know, he's a cool guy. Calm down, guys. How you guys go from friends to angry at each other? All right, guys, don't drink and do jiu-jitsu. What we got going on? It says, is that a seminar? It says, come down and watch history take place. CGI 2 as Team Australia/Oceania, Australasia/Oceania, coached by Lachlan Giles and Adele Fornerino. Adele, she's the coach too. I thought she was just an athlete. Maybe she's coaching too. Yeah, so that's awesome. Australia got a good team, and I think Adele got a good shot at winning. You know, she might be able to take a couple of these girls out. You know, she tore apart ADCC that the last year she did it. Says real fans can say what they mean to each other. I love Josiah too much. There we go, guys. No Diddy. Yeah, there you go, guys. Yeah, don't be fighting on here. We got too much going on for you guys to be fighting. Shout out to Alliance HQ over here in Atlanta, Georgia. They're gonna have Abmar Barbosa. I actually fought him my first tournament at brown belt. It was Abu Dhabi Pro World Pro. You had to like one of the trials, and so they put all the brown belts with the black belts. So it was rough back in those days. And the year before it was like purple, brown, black. So now, yeah, shout out to him. It's gonna be the 16th of August, I believe, next week or something. I have no idea what date today. I have no idea what today's date is. Might be good, if you guys are in Atlanta, you want to learn some new stuff, go ahead. I gotta see Josiah roll. Send me some video footage. I'll tell you if you got a chance or not. But if I'm like, hey, bro, you're not gonna win, that's about it. We got Jordan Bros over here. He says, each summer, my family, along with Salvation Army US, host a free clinic at the Kroc Center in Camden, New Jersey, my birthplace. Not a single one of this year's participants had seen much of wrestling or even owned a pair of wrestling shoes, and a large group of them were pretty skeptical about trying wrestling for the first time. Lucky for us, our good friends Ray and Trenton Youth Wrestling provided each camper with a pair of wrestling shoes to wear. The kids quickly went from being a little nervous about their first time on the wrestling mat to having huge smiles. As you can see, my smile was as big as theirs. JB gonna smile. There's a purity in trying something with no pressure, no expectations. It was truly just about the experience. I watched so many young athletes face their fears and walk away curious about our sport. I'm unsure if any of these kids will ever wrestle again, but my goal is to be a seed planter. That's what I did. That's what we did. On top of that, this year, we were able to provide more than wrestling. Every camper received a custom backpack filled with school supplies and a camp t-shirt donated by our nonprofit, the All We See is Gold Foundation. There are so many people who are deeply committed to investing in youth development and the local community who'd I like to thank. A big thank you goes out to our Camden Mayor, Karstaffen, I think that's how you say it, for supporting our cause yearly. Thank you to the Salvation Army and all of your amazing staff members and camp counselors for helping us organize the event, ensuring our day ran smoothly, even jumping in to participate themselves. It was a blast to watch. Thank you to Camden Wrestling and Gloucester City Wrestling for providing us with wrestling mats to learn and play on. Thank you to Trenton Youth Wrestling for all your help. Lastly, thank you to all of the parents and children who said yes to something new. I hope this is not the end. I can say with complete confidence that this was my favorite year yet. See you all next summer, JB. Shout out to JB, bro. Jiu-jitsu, people in jiu-jitsu, they all about the wrong stuff, man. Like, the way they be talking and carrying themselves, you don't see no martial arts. You don't see no discipline. You don't see no honor. You don't see no morality. It's some of the worst people in this sport. But wrestling, I'm not saying all the wrestlers are good, but a lot of wrestlers are good. They're giving back to their communities. They're helping the youth. Wrestling is all about the youth. All the wrestlers, they're always talking about coaching the kids, bringing up the kids. Look at guys like, Ben Askren, DC, JB, David Taylor. Like, they all be working with kids. He says the BJJ Schizoids guys on YouTube Shorts is corny. Thoughts on him? Who's that? Thoughts on Helena's pets? She's got too many. It's not a problem unless you're gonna date her. Then it's gonna be a problem. You're gonna be going to PetMart and Petco all the time. I watch a lot of Gianni's fights and sense his weaknesses. When I learn jiu-jitsu, Alec, I'm sending you footage of me rolling so you can help me get better. Yeah, send me the footage. We'll put it on the stream. Do you train jiu-jitsu? I'm a huge fan of ecological. That must be AI, Alec, that said that. I haven't trained martial arts since 2004. Well, 20 years, 21 years. You can get back at it, bro. You chilling, you ahead of 99% of people by consuming all of this BJJ media before training. I meant to say BJJ schizoid, scissor hands guys. Who's that? I had to look him up. But again, shout out to JB. South Jersey. Even JB. He didn't have a wrestling pedigree. Nobody in his family really wrestled, and so there might be another JB there somewhere. JB, you got some kids down there. JB might have another JB down there for all we know. But yeah, wrestling and all the martial arts I think can really help. Not just the rich people. Jiu-jitsu and wrestling and judo for everybody. But some people, you listen to some people. We got Gabrielle. Oh, I wouldn't do that, but she doing it. You do you, girl.
Pra chegar até aqui.
She does. Gabrielle. If you guys don't know Gabrielle, she's like the best jiu-jitsu girl in the world. One of the best. You guys ain't gonna see me jumping out nothing. Sorry guys, I'm smacking. You smacking today. We got Baron Bozo, Beatrice. She's doing a coaching webinar the 9th of August. When is that? Tomorrow? On a Saturday? All right, girl, you do you. 2:30 Pacific time, 5:30 Eastern time. So, let's see. Might be pretty cool, especially for my ladies. I mean, guys can learn a lot from her too, but the ladies really love her. Is she the 50 kg chick who won Absolute? Sometimes I think she does. She, I don't know how to best describe her. She got some other posts out here. What do you got over here? Come on.
Industry storyline, where this guy busted his butt in his gi division, but 5 hours later could barely pull through in his first match of no gi, then got injured or too tired to continue and lost the next 3 matches to walkover. Here is a tale as old as time where someone blows their load too early. They're probably a nervous wreck and in their rage and fury are able to win their first match by submission. However, then they gas out and they lose their next match by being swept past and mounted, and they lose their next 2 matches by submission. This next case is a little bit more nuanced, where you see someone is losing by points or decision, but wins by submission. Since this person is a blue or purple belt, we can imagine that they probably have like one really good submission, most likely the armbar from closed guard, but they're not positionally sound enough to win when someone is a little bit more sturdy and can score on them. Here we have the Blue Belt Masters Warrior, where they won their first match by decision, probably in the close guard or by not doing takedowns to each other. Then they lose their next 3 matches because that strategy only goes so far. However, you can see that in Nogi, they won both matches by walkover, and you can be sure to see that on their Instagram. Here we have a classic grappling industry story.
Smooth Comp got all your information up there. Shout out to Martin Jensen and the rest of the Smooth Comp crew. We got Mikey over here showing Cabrinha the dark arts. None of these guys look comfortable doing heel hooks, except for Mikey. But whenever I watch Jalen or Kennedy or even Cobrinha, I don't know if Cobrinha got an ACL. You got an ACL, Cobrinha? Cobrinha ain't got no ACL. Cobrinha definitely ain't got no ACL the way he was looking. There's Jalen. He's doing some stuff too. They don't really look comfortable doing. Look, nobody really looks comfortable grabbing the legs. The thing is, they kind of behind. If you don't feel comfortable doing leg locks and you fight someone that's all they do, it's gonna be rough. I'm trying to figure out how they avoided leg locks this whole time. Like, Kennedy don't look comfortable at all. Like, Jalen. I mean, Mikey's comfortable. I mean, there was a time where Mikey wasn't really good at leg locks outside of the ankle lock too. So, I'm hoping all those guys the best. I know a couple of those guys.
The new mats training was very difficult in this gym because we started on a rug, right? Like a house rug. By the end of the session, you have like rug burns everywhere. Your face burns, your arms burn, your knees burn, and then some kids might not come for the next 2-3 days because they have to heal and then come back again. So after that, we got a couple of mats, but still those mats were not enough. Mats will slide under your feet while you're training on them. The kids are tough. Sometimes I felt bad that I'm making them train on a concrete floor, but they wanted it so bad, so they were dedicated enough to come and train. Every time we end the session, someone is injured from training here. What made it fun was that we loved jiu-jitsu, but then the training environment was not encouraging to train jiu-jitsu. So I'd like to say thank you to Guardian Gym, because everything you see here and everything we have access to right now would have never been a reality.
A shout out to these guys. I really hope they're not a money laundering scheme or anything. I'm just hoping they're all good. But there's a lot of people out here, they ain't got no mat. They got a tarp, or they be outside rolling. So shout out to everybody out there going through it. Avoiding leg locks. Yeah, I mean, do your best, but sometimes if you go against an expert, some people good at collecting feet. So Innovate, this is the school by Mateus Gabriel. I'm not gonna lie, I forget about Mateus Gabriel to be honest. He's really good. He doesn't really stand out. I'm sorry to say that. Sometimes that's language barriers. Sometimes that's personalities. Sometimes, sometimes people don't. They just let their actions speak. Let's be honest. He won worlds. He definitely won the worlds the first time, but this second time, not Kennedy. Andy Murasaki just messed up. Basically, that's all that happened this year. Andy Murasaki gave him the world championship. He didn't win. He didn't win the world championship. Andy Murasaki messed up and gave him the championship. It says further priority protecting the leg. Second is winning. Yeah. We got Mika Galval over here. It looked like he was about to get his arm taken off for a second there. Did you guys see that? I'm not gonna play that song. Mika tough though. And he's got the right combination of flexibility, technique, and strength. And you let him get your arm or take your back, good luck. So we really need the rematch between Tynan and Mika. That's the match we really need. My man was chill the whole time. The only person I know that tapped out Mika was Kate. This Marley and Josiah over here in the comments. This them fighting over there in the comments section.
Oh, good heavens! I cannot believe he's still there. It is over.
And that's me, the referee. That's Marley and Josiah right there. Look at over here throwing Muay Thai knees and punches. Get out of here, guys. What you doing? Mika is one tough son of a, you know what, him versus Gianni Grippa. I mean, for sure, Mika got out. Mika should have been in EBI 25. He would have destroyed. Yeah, well, they didn't want him over there. He too good. He too good, man. European Raiders. This is the Europeans team. Is this the best team they could field? Honestly, I would go back. I would. Hey, Paul Ardilla, we're gonna give you back. We're gonna give you to USA Misfits, and then we're gonna pull Rosinski. So I would replace. Sorry, Paul. I would switch you out for Rosinski. Powell. I don't know how good he is. I might switch him out for another European dude. Taza. Put Taza there. Charles Negromonte. He's Brazilian. I would replace it. I would replace him too. He might be Portuguese or something. I would replace him with somebody. Maybe somebody more Polish. 99 plus. You keep him. Owen Jones, keep him. So I would trade Ardilla to American Misfits over there. Give American Misfits, because he's gonna do better than Big Breakfast. He's bigger. He's way bigger. Big Breakfast. Elijah Dorsey's doing 88. Elijah Dorsey ain't no 88 kg. He just did lightweight at Worlds or middleweight or something. I think no, Elijah Dorsey did lightweight at Worlds. Why he doing 88 kg then? That's like 20 pounds difference. Nah, he good, man. So yeah, I will get rid of Paul Ardilla. I like Paul, and I would get rid of Charles Negromonte and Powell, possibly Powell. But what do I know? Got Ariel Tabak. He's Australian too. He says, studying for jiu-jitsu. Some ideas to play around with if you have the time. Pick a position or technique you wish to improve. Start off simple. Maybe a particular sweep or a guard pass. Study an athlete who does this position. Study others at the world-class level for inspiration and variations to the positions you are doing. Write it down, phone, notebook, or app. It all counts. Don't just isolate your study to matches. Watch training footage too. The pace is slower, and you get to see the intention and finer details of the position. That might be hard to find, training footage. Study other athletes. Gather data. Create a shared... that seems like a lot of work. Too much work. We're going out here. It's Friday. It's too much. It was too much work to do in real life and too much work to read. We're going to have Buchecha over there. You been doing that? We're going to have... Buchecha's going to be at Masters Worlds and Jiu-Jitsu Con. So if you guys are in town, go check him out. Always riding, yeah. We got Shemaev. How do you say this kid's name? I can't say his name. Anyway, Anderson Silva with whatchamacallit? How do you say that kid's name? Kazmat Shemaev, yeah. Marcelo doing a seminar. Bro, everybody I'm the only person not doing a seminar. No, we can't play that video. All right. That's Alan Finfu. He's really good. He's over there in Sweden as well. Sweden. He's from Brazil. Cantagala, Rio de Janeiro. I only did it because I couldn't train in a gym. Ain't no normal person have time to do all that. I don't know where these guys are. Are they in America? Oh, they must be getting ready. I think they're here in America. Oh, it's like Los Angeles. Tackett says, thank you, everyone, for the support over the years and for following my career. We have been at it for a while, and it truly means the world to know that people love watching me. Only 22. This is just the beginning. So Tackett's pretty young. Got the 100K. That's awesome. It's crazy. There's some white belt girls that have 100K, but you know, you guys, whatever you guys get, you know, celebrate. Just remember, this social media ain't too real, you know. Some of them bots.
1, 2, 3, grab. Gotcha. Right? But look, dude, it should look.
Can't play that music, bro, for sure. Why did I save this? I have no idea why I saved this clip. Who are these people? Spartan Fitness. I believe that's the guy that sponsors Kyle Dake and some other people.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I don't know why I copied that. What's up, Alex? How you doing, girl? Awesome, bro. Write me in, get me in a couple lines too, bro. One day I'll meet Alex, maybe, you think? Alex says, my reaction seeing all the money bag and double money bags moments at PGF World. So I think they took the money bags from Moneyberg. They took those out of Moneyberg's basement, those money bags. So Alex, you know you in my script. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna be live streaming in the script.
But G, took that little bitch, now that bitch off the league. This match finishes with a draw.
If that doesn't make you feel like you a stripper or something, they throw money at you. It's a little demeaning. Oh, Ardilla's out there? How do you get out there? Where did some of these guys come from? Where did some of these guys come from? That one kid, they put that Dominique kid in there. I saw Sergio Ardilla over there. Some other people, they just throwing people in these tournaments. You know, people be getting injured. Is that what happened? Are people getting injured over there at PGF? And then they got alternates coming through? You guys let me know, because I'm not really following them. Let's see. 7 stages of comp.
That I've experienced. It might be different for you, but this is how I've experienced it. I've competed a little bit in jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. So this is sort of my process. Step 1, big dog mode. You just signed up for the competition. You're ready to go. You think that you're invincible, or at least I do. And, you know, it's going to be a walk in the park. That's your mentality. Step 2, I call this the push and pull. Okay, so you're going to training, you're in fight camp, you're in the beginning of stages of fight camp, and, you know, those doubts are starting to creep in your mind, but you're also like, nah, I'm big dog. I signed up for a reason. I'm ready. I'm going to get so much better by the time I fight in this fight camp. That's the push and pull. Step 3, the breakdown. It's inevitable. You're going to break down one way or another. I usually cry at least 2 times in a fight camp, and always the week that I fight or that I compete.
That song for sure gonna hit a copyright. Who's Rafael Ferreira? Sounds Brazilian to me. I just wanted to pause it so the music don't hit.
For other people, maybe you're not as emotional as I am, but I've seen some of the guys, like, you'll walk into the sauna and they'll just be staring straight ahead. And you're like, you know what, champ, I'm gonna give you your space. But, you know, it's essential. You gotta process. You gotta go through that step. Step 4, and this is what I call the fuck it mode. Because no matter what doubts you have, that's when you just gotta lock in and you say, you know what, fuck it. I signed up, I just paid money, and I'm broke. So I got to go through with this competition. And so now you're just locked in. Step 5, panic at the disco. This is like the day before, when you're wondering, who are you? And what are you doing? And what is jiu-jitsu? What is Muay Thai? What is a jab cross? Those are the types of thoughts that I get in my head. Step 6, either night before or day of, you lock in because you're there. You lock in. And then you're about to step either on the mat or in the cage, and yeah, you lock in. You have to. You have no choice. And step 7, the aftermath, which is like, for me, it hits like the day after or even right after I compete, and I'm like, what just happened? I dissociated through the entire thing, and let's do it again. And then you sign up for another competition. So these are the 7 stages.
Awesome. Let me look up this Rafael Ferreira kid. Is this the kid? Is that the kid? Yeah, that must be the kid, right? Oh, no wonder he's good. Look. But wasn't that the kid that got tapped out in the video? Wasn't that the kid that... Who tapped him out? Oh, he won Nogi Worlds. At Juvenile. Oh, he's still a kid. Who's the person that tapped him out? Somebody tapped him out, right? I forgot.
Howard?
Who tapped him out? Yeah, but who's the guy that tapped him out in the other video? That's what I was asking. Do I need to pull it up again? Let me see. See if I can find it again. You guys know I save a lot of stuff on here. Oh, wee. Is this a clip?
Think I'm a P, think I'm a G, took that little bitch.
What is that kid's name? I mean, let's be honest. That kid's still a juvenile blue belt. Well, that's not him getting tapped out. It was a knee bar, right? That's Sergio. Not that one. This one. There you go. That's the kid, right? What's that guy's name? I can't remember, bro. They need to put their names on the freaking uniform. God, dog. Even in football, they put the name on the uniform. Did they have the name on the uniforms here? Put the god dog name on the uniform. Then they over here throwing money at people. Why are you throwing money at people? This ain't the strip club. That is one downside to some of these events. You look like an animal out there. They got you. They got you. You a gladiator. You out there fighting for people's entertainment. You guys know I be getting pissed off. Let's see. I called out Efren Garcia under the YouTube comments on his most recent match, and he said send location, but YouTube won't let me comment on the video anymore. Hit him up on Instagram. Says when you accidentally become important at jiu-jitsu, so coach has you teaching the kids classes. I don't know what's going on there. Woo. Computer trying to boink out. Whatever you do, don't become important at your jiu-jitsu school. Don't become important. I really want to dance with Grippo. Efren beat the number 3 no-gi flyweight at Naga a week ago. A match with him is a real test. Who's number 3 at no-gi at Naga? Naga has rankings? Does everybody have rankings now? I haven't done Naga since 2010. That's the last time I did Naga. We got Claw says draft day. My man Nate Jackson. What's up, Nate Jackson? He says, thank you to the team at Claw Wrestling and Flow for making this moment possible. Thank you to Anthony Robles for selecting me for this opportunity. And number 3 in the world at Naga. Who's number 3? Who is number 3 at flyweight? Who's number 3? Who's number 3? Are you saying number 3 IBJF number 3 or Flow Grappling ranking number 3? That don't mean nothing. I've been on there too. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean. I'm sorry. That don't mean. What that mean? They said they're gonna put Josiah on there. Let me look up, bro. That still don't mean too much. I'm sorry. I know you guys want to hate me. Chris Tran. Who's that? I think I maybe know him. That ranking, what does that ranking mean though? I mean, everybody on that list is going to be good, but it's kind of arbitrary, right? We think this guy is better, can beat that guy. Like, what does that mean though? What, for 2025? Bro, they put me on that list one year. I was like, why am I on this list? 125. What's the weight class? Chris Tran from Team Lloyd Irvin. Yeah, but man, even Chris Tran, I know exactly who that is. He's good, but I mean, like, listen, they got him ranked higher than Jalen. It's Nogi. Who ranking this? What? There ain't no ranking score. There ain't no points. What does this mean? They got Shea Montague on here. He don't even do no-gi, does he? You got the Villatora kids. All right, I'm sorry, that list. I don't know about that list. They just put they put every name they could remember on there. So I'm sorry. I know. I think Chris Tran actually is good, but even Everton just lost to he just lost to Jalen. And Everton, he don't know, he didn't have no leg lock defense either. Jalen just learned how to do a heel hook. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I'm not saying I got high standards, but I mean that list is arbitrary, right? They got Everton at number 1. Jalen just tapped him out. It never looked like Everton. I don't think Everton ever been in a heel hook before. And then the Montague guy, I don't think he ever did no-gi. I'm not saying that guy's not good, but yeah, as long as he can get a match. Yeah, get the match. Yeah, that's true. Just go out there, bro. You definitely don't be afraid of none of these guys. None of these guys know heel hooks. Yeah, just go out there and do you, man. Don't be afraid of none of these people. Now, if you said men's 145 pounds, okay. Let's look at men's 145. They basically got the ADCC ranking. Diogo Hayes, Baby Shark, number 1. Pato, number 2. Cicernos, number 3. Fabricio Andre, 4. Cole Abate, 6. Kennedy, 7. Owen Jones, 9, Dorian Oliveras. 10, Ethan. 11, DeAndre Corby. 12, Gabriel Souza. 13, Grippo. You guys love your Grippo. Julian Espinoza, 14. Kokorian, 15. Kokorian need to be higher than some of these guys. Core break might be too low. Although Corby, he ain't no 145 pound man. He a big boy. Efren is a heel hook specialist. Which Efren? Over here? Where's he at? Is he on this list? Or is that the guy you're talking about? Oh, he's the guy you're talking about? Man, I'm still hungry. Oh. Yeah, don't go based off a list or anything. It's not going to help you. The only thing that might be accurate is IBJJF rankings. That might be accurate with the ELO. We got your guys' favorite Mikey over here looking like he took all the pasta sauce. Can I zoom in? I don't know if I want to fight that Mikey. Yeah, call USADA. I don't know what these guys are taking. I don't know what Mikey's taking or not taking. So you guys, whatever you think. He for sure taking Adderall though. Isn't that performance enhancing? All the pasta sauce. I'm sure he's taking Adderall. That actually is performance enhancing though. If you ain't got no prescription and you test positive for Adderall or whatever they got in there. He look like he about to he ready to yell at me. I wish Mikey would. I would take his glasses. Yeah. He ain't gonna take me down, so I'll be okay. We got Renee over here.
Santi, do you know anywhere where I can invest my money?
Oh wait, you trying to sell us something? Let me get out of there. Whenever I hear that sales pitch, we gotta get out of there, guys.
This game. Oh! Dyson, 94.8 kilos, 209 pounds. Very nice Richie Marta from Ben. Jimenez again trying to go power double.
Let me stop that because they will hit me. Why was Bradley Hill fighting Gio Martinez? They will hit me with the copyright strike. So I won't play too much Polaris on here. Yeah, watch out for your legs. How's Johnny number 13? Well, he just is. He definitely has a prescription. What's the other one? It's like Adderall and something. Vyvanse. I only know this stuff. I had some friends with ADHD, but also studying. Aaron Brooks? You know, that's what he got hit with. Gianni Grippo versus Kokorian. Who you got winning? Did they fight? All these people done fought. I'm going Kokorian, man. Kokorian a little bit hungrier, and he don't train ecological. I'm going anybody that doesn't train ecological. So this is what it's like when I go to do the seminars. This is what happens when I come visit your school.
Тіп не хотів здаватися. Алі, брат, тепер повтори, що ти сказав. Окей? Go. Let's go.
Dog. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, dog. What snapped? We're gonna watch that without the audio. Oh God, sorry, viewer discretion advised. Especially when you go to those Russian, Eastern European places, bro. They gonna prove something to you. They be rolling hard. That's why Craig be letting people tap him out, because he like, it doesn't matter how much you beat people up. Another Russian looking dude gonna come after you. So that's why Craig let people tap him out. He's like, I don't care, bro. I'm just trying to make this money. I don't know what that dude did. Whatever that dude did, I mean, his leg got ripped off. I ain't never hurt nobody like that. He took that leg off. He's like, I'm breaking this thing. God, dog. God, what the heck did he tear off? Shaking my head. Invite someone for a seminar, then try to Shark Tank. Well, that's what people do. He said, what was that sound? Said there's a longer version of this clip where he gets up after and limps off. I would be like, somebody grab my leg and put it back on. I'm sure his leg got broken. Typically it's ACL, but it could be MCL or LCL. I think his ankle broke. Yeah, we didn't see the part where the dude was probably doing something to Craig, probably trying to tear his head off or something. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I think what I do, well, some of these people are hard-headed, but I just wouldn't roll at that point. I'd be like, hey man, it's kind of escalating. Let's stop. Because you might mess somebody up in Russia, and then they're gonna come after you with the AK-47s. K-Lock. No, it's just outside heel hook. Pretty bad, yeah. Ooh. We got Gordon Ryan. What's he got to say?
Things that people should know about rear naked strangles. The main thing that we're looking at, whether you have hooks, body triangle, whatever the case is that we're looking to set the hands properly. A lot of times what happens is you feel like you can't get your hands set properly because you run into your own chest with your support arm. Okay, so we have a strangle arm and a support arm. And a lot of times we feel like we run into the back of his head, we get wedged between the chest, we feel like we can't really get the proper lock. The first thing I'm gonna look to do from here is I'm gonna look to concave my shoulders and bring my shoulders forward like so. What this does is it hollows my body out and it gives me the space that I need to shoot my arm through into a good position where now I can lock up nice and tight. Then from here, once I have everything locked, the main thing that's going to be jeopardized with this strangle is the connection of my fingertips and my bicep. A lot of times people go to squeeze from here and they just feel like the fingertips are slipping off, maybe it's sweaty, you're tired, all these things, and you don't have the proper connection. So this set, once I initially get my hand in position, we actually get our hands into a locked figure four by going into a hollow body and concaving our shoulders and then shooting everything in and getting the back of our hand to our partner's head. Then from here, we further set it by taking our two elbows together like so before we go into the strangle. So now I have a strong connection of my fingertips to my bicep, and now when I go to finish, we can get a strong finish with the rear naked strangle. Just some things that people should know about rear.
Gordon's he's looking soft, man. He's looking soft, So no matter what you take, you're going to go back to equilibrium. You're going to go back to where your body feels best at, the best form that it wants to go to. Gordon better compete again. I think he's retired, buddy. Look, no more silver hair. He retired. Jason Whitfield, what's up, Jason? We on late today, bro. Craig spoke about this guy at the seminar. Craig just wanted to play role. He said this guy kept just coming after him, so he finally had enough. I guess we're a little bit older than, I think Jason definitely older than Craig. I think at that point you just need to stop the role. You should not be hurting anybody at your seminar. I don't care how annoying and angry they make you. It's just bad optics. Craig is good enough to where he can get away with that. If someone like me were to injure people at my seminar, that'll probably be the end of my career. So yeah, just end the role, or hey man, you know what? Let's go ahead and stop the role. Where was the coach at? Where was the coach at to be like, hey bro, you need to chill? Doughboy Gordon, yeah, he rich, man. He can. The richer you get, the softer you can be. When you poor, you gotta be. them girls don't care how many muscles you got. They want to see the money. Jason, never seen Craig that serious before. It was scary. You think Johnny would let me into a seminar? Yeah, I just put on a little disguise or so. We got Mr. Tynan. Does Tynan have veneers? I think he does.
Now I'm able to talk to them better. Now I'm able to express a little bit more about my experience. Like I remember Professor Guy and Professor Alpha talking to me about their experience, but it's hard to really understand until it's your own, and especially because I wasn't present when that was happening. I arrived at the team in 2015. That's when Professor Guy had already retired. Professor Alpha was doing his last year when he went and won the last year. So I didn't really get to see their side of what happens when they don't accomplish their goal. But I saw a lot of the teammates. So when it's right there next to you, it's hard. But I managed to focus a little bit more about myself, and I knew that I had to do this in order to have the outcome that I wanted. But again, it's tough. It's tough to see it. But together as a team, we have such a great support system. I've never seen anything like it, because even though we have our different careers, different routes, different goals, I feel like as a team, we're all together. When one is fighting, then everybody's fighting. Then when one is down, then everybody's there to pick him up. When we celebrate, then we celebrate hard all together. We really celebrate our surroundings. We don't take that just for granted, and that's something that I appreciated, because it's, at the end of the day, it's not yourself only. It's not about the medals, and you can't accomplish anything if you're trying to do it on your own. So I appreciate the camaraderie. I appreciate the friendship. And I feel like nowadays, with the way how things are going, building relationship can be people looking for opportunity over you, people trying to get something out of you, people being fake in order to be around you. But when you build around people that are going through it every single day, you're going at each other every single day, blood, sweat, and tears being shared every single day, I feel like that's a true relationship, and that shapes us to who we are and brings us together even stronger, So again, we spend more time, with my teammates, my professor, more than I do with my family. So since I moved here, that has become my family. AOJ has become my home. And that's the reason why I'm so proud to represent my team. I feel like here now I'm able to.
Jason Whitfield, how much are those veneers? I might need to get me some. That might be $30,000, $20,000. What do you think, Jason Whitfield? We got the Tackets. They're back.
My cross face and underhook. I was walking my arm to get a lat grip here. So what I have is ideally most of my middle finger, but I want like all of my fingers in their armpit. and I get as deep of a grip as I can.
My man Josiah, don't take out. I need some fake teeth too. All my teeth real. Oh, you can see I got a chip there. Josiah, don't take out your trauma on Grippo. What'd he do?
To stuff everything in, and then now I'm just switching my hips and just driving all my weight through my shoulder, and that should put him to sleep. Like, that's what happened in the match. Like, Kyle's coaches was like, shoulder pressure is just shoulder pressure, don't worry about it.
I mean, the Von Flue choke, you ain't really you just gotta put your shoulder into it. Put your shoulder into it, put your shoulder into it. He didn't go to sleep. Oh, well, he had a head and arm. Oh, it's just jiu-jitsu. It's basic jiu-jitsu. Put the pressure on the guy turtle, take the back. I mean, that Gracie's been showing that since day one. Yeah, start grappling, grapple. I like the tackets. They drink in the UFC Kool-Aid though, but I do like the tackets. I think they homeschooled though. Don't take out your trauma. Yeah, we got to do a therapy session with you and Gianni in it. I might slam him a few times. Bro, can I ask, where did this obsession with Grippo come from? Grippo, man. Let's see. I don't know what happened to my story. Happy Fitness Friday, everybody. Fitness Friday. I already got my workout in. Did some little exercise, little press, little incline press. What else did I do? I did incline press. I did a little bit on the bike, a little bit on the row machine, a little bit on the treadmill. And I did some machine work too. I've been using more machines as I've gotten older too. I've been using those machines, especially to help me warm up. Josiah, you might get a coach. Gianni being straight edge made you want to take your rage out on him. Gianni is a straight edge guy. Fitness Friday, yeah, Fitness Friday. New York crew. I'm back in Atlanta right now. Yeah, man. Guys, if you guys can meet up and help each other. I'm just on the stream. I can't help you right now. Jason Whitfield said the Von Flue choke worked super good in MMA because of the gloves. It works in regular grappling too. You just gotta have good positioning. And especially if you strong and you got the side, you can put that shoulder in that neck. Says Gianni taught me I can, I will. Clean and sober. That's what what does Mark Coleman say? Primal, carnivore. So being sober is cool. What does Mark Coleman say? We might have to find him. Says, can you critique my one and only comp match? Yeah, man. Let me see. I'm not sure how you can send it to me.
That elbow, trying to open that elbow up.
Oh, he may see straight arm bar here. We're going to see him turn it into it's turning it into basically a Choi bar again on the other side. He's going to weave through.
Big transition in the back from Felipe Andrew. Body lock in.
Felipe Andrew had a good match, except he had a good tournament, except for that match versus Nicky Rod.
Dude, that's a funny rash guard.
What's funny about it?
I'm not saying it's funny, it's punny, it's a cool rash guard.
I don't know what's so funny. I'm about to go to Naga and mess people up.
Oh, you're doing Naga? Which division?
White belt.
I like Krikorian. I like Grippo, but I like Krikorian too. It says, when coach says pick a partner and you feel a presence.
So say goodbye, goodbye. Our hearts can stop
For some reason, the big guys don't understand when the small people don't want to roll with them or partner up with them. And they forget they got 60 pounds on you. Why they think you want to roll with them and they got 60 pounds on you? Man, get out of here, big people. And sometimes I'm big, sometimes I'm small. Depends on where I'm at. Keith Krikorian versus Grippo. Would Keith beat him? I'm a fan of both. That actually would be a good matchup. I want to see that match. Keith is funny and he's a Libra like me. What's Grippo? Yeah, so shout out to all my big boys trying to roll, and they feel their feelings be hurt because you small and you don't want to roll with them. Come on, man. They need to eat less. They need to eat less.
Diving into the leg lock game at all? What's that been like exploring that for you?
You got to watch out for them legs. Craig is really intellectually smart with grappling. So to be able to know his mind and see where he's going to go and kind of pinpoint when it is coming and when it's not coming is going to be the thing of that match. And I know he's going to look for it, whether it's the first period, second period, the third period, or the last 10 seconds. Just got to be ready for it. But Gordon did show me the way. When it comes, I'll be ready to defend like I've done with every other move on earth.
Have you kind of been diving into the leg lock game at all? What's that been like exploring that for you?
You got to watch out for them legs. Craig is really intellectually smart with grappling. So to be able to know his mind and see where he...
Johnny is Aries? Okay. So, yeah, I mean, there ain't no way Gable Stevenson going to win this unless he backflips onto Craig Jones's head or something. He ain't going to win this, but it's going to be a good show. We got Training Lab over here. I know them neighbors hate Training Lab. I know them people hate. You come out here, you tired, you driving home, freaking 20 kids shirtless outside the house. You're like, I'm tired of these kids out here. Got Craig Jones on here. What do you got to say?
For you guys a gift today. So she came over the other night. And she left her A7 gi pants.
A7? I wear A1.
Holy
David,
shit.
David, smell that.
Try them on. It'd be like a Filipino wearing a condom.
Slips right off, dude. Is this for real hurt? That's not hurt.
Smell it.
That's impossible. There's a little period blood right there, though.
That might have been Seth.
This is crazy.
I could fit in there.
That's
probably.
a real woman.
This is how I came into the country.
Ace in a rice bag just like this.
Speaking of Gabby, I brought you guys a gift today. So she came up.
You know what's funny is Gabby's actually really nice. Craig's okay too. He definitely, you know, when he's on for the camera though, it can be. This is how some of you guys. This is what Josiah gonna have to do when he rolls with Grippo. My man got the penis grip. Guys, say no to that. That's Josiah. Josiah, let go of Grippo. Well, they have cups on. They're supposed to have cup on, right? I don't know if we can finish that choke with the... Says if Johnny was shirtless and told me to train, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Man, you need to work that out, bro. You and Grippo. Yo, Gianni, what's my man looking for you, bro. People are nuts going to training labs. They actually pay for someone to do this to them. Give me Pilates any day. I mean, Pilates, they torture you in Pilates too, but the thing with Coach Cal over there, he gonna break you down and then take you to the recovery lab. So you go from training lab to recovery lab and then back to training lab. So something he does works. I don't know. I'm not sure why they be going over there though. I mean, everybody, the training looks good, but I think he'd be doing some other stuff. He got some other stuff, some other science going on back there. But I'm only speculating. I mean, why else would all these Russians and all these people be coming all the way over there? It says the podcast duo got some good comedy, bro. They quick with it. I mean, compared to everybody else got CTE. Look at the Simple Man podcast. There's some cavemen on there. There's some cavemen on Simple Man podcast. Who else got a podcast? Craig had his podcast for a minute. People in jiu-jitsu just not that exciting. I'm not even that exciting. I admit that. It says how it feels to discover jiu-jitsu, but you're in your late 20s and early 30s and know you'll never be elite. Aw. I mean, you can become elite. Look at Eddie Cummings. When did Eddie Cummings start? Cobrinha started in his early 20s. I think Eddie Cummings was late 20s, mid 20s. Joseph Chin. Well, Joseph started early too. There's some other people that started late. I just can't think of any off the top of my head, but there's definitely some. Andy Varela is one of the guys you want to hate but root for at the same time. Yeah, I do like him. He need to like, that's the issue of wrestling. The issue of wrestling. All the wrestlers hate on us, but like, your athleticism is gonna disappear. It starts to dissipate eventually, and then you're gonna need more technique. You gotta need a lot more technique to survive at that highest level. So I think that's what happens to Andy Varela. He's really good, but that technique, the guard, he don't have a guard or anything. So, unfortunately, it's hard to stay on top. There's some people that have. I think Lucas Lepre is a great example of someone like getting better with time. I don't know anybody else that got better with time like Lucas. Like, I think by the time he retired, he was already winning. In the gi, nobody could score a point on him at Worlds. He go the whole tournament at Worlds, ain't nobody scored a point or advantage or anything. So that has to be that's a technical. I don't want to say superiority, but that's a technical approach. But when you rely on your athleticism, Canuto, Varela, compared to someone like Gordon stayed on top for like 7 or 8 years because his technique, whatever he was taking, his technique was really good. And he could have a slower paced game. Some of these other guys, they won't be able to make that transition as well. It says you aren't exciting, but you got that charm. Thank you, bro. I mean, I'm talking about jiu-jitsu all day. It can't be that exciting. Nobody can make some of these matches exciting. I'm sorry. You remind me of my first coach, Paul Timothy. Very calm and nurturing. Oh, thank you, bro. I got to keep Josiah and Marley. Got to keep them guys in line, One of the best teachers I ever had. Aw. Says I get what on in the gym because I only rely on technique in tandem with weight as much as a woman. Yeah, your technique gonna, that technique gonna cover a lot, Oh, okay, I get you. yeah, just your technique. I mean, if you're competing, you can turn it up a little bit, but when you're training, I was rolling today and one of the guys was like, man, I don't know, we're saying like how you can go hard in the tournament, but like when I'm training, I'm training. I'm not trying to hurt people. I'm not trying to pull a Craig Jones. You start hurting people, sooner or later, nobody wants to roll with you. It says, I am Marley, bro. Oh, well, that's you then. Marley, whatever personality, Josiah and Marley, Workers Crunch, whatever personalities you guys want to embrace. Oh, okay. Josiah got other accounts too.
Vocês não é assim, tem a calma morena.
It's crazy. That's Mika getting thrown like that. Did you guys know that was Mika getting thrown? Yo, even Mika got his limitations. even Mika got, okay, he beat the big boy, but that guy was good till he gassed out. No. Says I'm Peter, that's my real name. All right. I'm not Josiah. Yo, Marley's the only person in this live stream. He's Josiah, he's Jason Whitfield, he's Workers Crunch. He might even be my friend Quan. Are you the real Quan too? Quan actually just messaged me. Quan, come online, Quan. He just messaged me a minute ago. Johnny, please throw me like that. Johnny said I had other accounts. Yep. At least they cleaning up these mats. That's good.
Coming up. Hope you guys enjoyed week 3. Jeff. Live after the show wraps.
They tired of filming 3 weeks of this crap. 3 weeks of PGF. That's too much. That's too much jiu-jitsu. That's too much jiu-jitsu. After about the first week or two, I'm like, all right, bro. Can we go watch CJI? Can we go watch CJI? It's gonna be empty on that day. Even though they film on Wednesdays or so. It says too long didn't read. Every combat sport competitor needs to understand this concept. What concept is that? You're me, maybe.
Jiu-jitsu athlete who, like you mentioned, is in charge of all their own stuff. They generally aren't going to seek out someone like a strength coach. Even if they do, they're not going to until they're like 8 weeks out from Worlds, at which point their jiu-jitsu training volume is through the roof, potentially cutting weight, they're in a deficit. Our ability to build those general qualities is like severely limited in that camp. So something that I really try to get through to these guys is like, when you aren't in a big camp, that's when you're in camp with me. That's when we're really pushing numbers in the weight room. Like right now, we're building those physical qualities so that when you are cutting weight, when you are upping your jiu-jitsu volume, we're in more of a maintenance phase. If you haven't been lifting, start lifting then, and you add that stressor in addition to these long competition classes, you're getting Shark Tanked, whatever. Like that's a great way to burn yourself. The least severe consequence is just burning yourself out. Of course, the most severe, when you add a ton of stressors like that, that's like a recipe for injury. So that's something that I'm big on as well. I really try to push those physical qualities when they don't have a looming big competition and a really hard camp. And then once they do, I dial back the intensity and volume somewhat so that they can really be fresh for those mat-specific sessions. And if I have you year-round and we can focus on building those qualities when you're not in camp, and then just maintaining them as you have all these other variables thrown in, that's like a 10 out of 10. That's a dream scenario for me. Look at the average jiu-jitsu athlete.
Yeah, it's important that we have a season. So in jiu-jitsu, we don't really get a season. But take care of yourselves, guys. Don't burn yourself out or hurt yourself. I need to take that advice myself, though. I just saw Chris Tran. Actually, I do follow Chris Tran. I saw he posted the Naga. Is this the Naga that was in New Jersey? Wildwood? Okay, I had a couple of dudes up there. My boy, shout out to Vic. Vic, he went out there and took the gold. Is that your friend that beat Chris Tran? Calisthenics is supreme. Yeah, whatever you guys like. Fitness Friday, do whatever you need to do. Chris Tran is good. I never trained with him. I have trained with some of the. I haven't trained with these guys either. Not Shane Jamil Hill or whatchamacallit. Naga, bro.
In training, you ever grappled him at all or no?
Yeah, we've had a couple rounds together.
Really?
Yeah. He caught me in a heel hook one time, but I knew it was pure. It wasn't technical. It was
pure strength?
I could tell. I think I'm definitely for sure more. I've been doing jiu-jitsu since I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
Every day of my life.
Have you ever submitted Gordon Ryan?
I darsed him. Yeah, that same day. Yeah, he got me in a heel hook and I darsed him. I might have been a toe hold he got me in.
But you made him tap?
I made him tap that day, yeah.
And was this after the synthetic muscle?
Yeah. After all his titles and stuff.
Oh, wow. So you tapped him recently?
2022, I think it was.
Yeah, wow.
2022, yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. So skill does sometimes always beat muscle.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah, it should. That's what's up. Have you ever came across Gordon in training? Have you ever grappled him at all or no?
Yeah, we've had a couple rounds together.
Really?
Yeah. He caught me in a heel hook one time, but I knew it was pure. It wasn't technical. It was
pure strength?
I could tell. I think I'm definitely for sure more.
I don't like tapping and telling. I just don't believe in that. Fall is jiu-jitsu season, I feel like. Fall is wrestling season, bro. What are you talking about? Summertime is no-gi time. So the guy that beat Chris is a bantam, not absolute. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think people, it doesn't really matter in training, right? Who cares? We all get caught in some crazy stuff. It says judo and judo de chow. I don't know what that chow means. I thought it was kind of cool because it's like judo with the kimono, judo in Russia, judo. I don't know what that means. Judo without the gi. You're saying everything's a version of judo. Judo for the big is sumo. Judo without a kimono is no gi. Judo in Russia is sambo. Judo without the kimono is wrestling. Judo on the ground is jiu-jitsu. Or jiu-jitsu on the ground is judo. I believe him, but training taps has a huge at risk. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's possible Gordon let him tap him. Maybe he felt bad for crushing the little kid. He probably thought he was a little kid, There were two of us that were probably like 18 years old, 17. They're like, let me let this kid catch me. I like this kid. This is the same kid. We watched a video where this kid from India was like, he was like, give me your shoes, your wrestling shoes. And the homeboy is like, nah, I only got one pair. This is my sponsor. It was pretty funny, actually.
U20 World Championships, and this is how I've been doing it. Full day of training and eating as a world team member and NCAA athlete using Kali. Wake up at around 6:50 a.m. Gonna start the day off with a healthy Legion energy drink. We had team lift today at 7:30 and did a lot of grip work. Here's me doing some wide grip deadlifts and farmer walks. These were pretty fun. And we also did some static core work. After team lift, I had a wrestling technique session with my coach at 9:30. Here's me and Braden after. After this, I headed straight home and made my first meal of the day, toast and eggs. I used Kali to track it. Important note for the wrestlers, if you're trying to lose weight, tracking your calorie intake as well as the amount of calories you are burning makes the diet and weight cut that much more controllable. At around 1 p.m., I'll make a yogurt bowl using plain Greek non-fat yogurt, Legion protein powder, frozen fruit, cinnamon, and honey. After this, I'll hop into the compression boots for some recovery, and then right before my harder drilling/sparring session, I'll eat a banana with honey. Today's 4 p.m. wrestling session was good. Here's me doing some stance and motion a bit after, as well as getting on the assault bike for some interval sprints. And for dinner today, I made some wagyu and put it with some rice, and then ended the night off with another yogurt bowl. Follow for the international and NCAA journey. I have to lose 15 pounds.
It's crazy because he's already smaller, so for him to lose 15 pounds is like a lot. Did San Francisco has a D1 program? I didn't know that. Is that true? Can somebody verify that for me? He's got some cool content too. You guys love Grippo, and look, I got Grippo on here. Maybe I should call Grippo one day. Would you guys like to have Grippo on here? Josiah, I don't know if we might have to block Josiah though. He might scare Grippo away. Yeah, Josiah might scare Grippo out of here. Let's see. It says tracking calories is corny. I do it sometimes, but I'm kind of lazy. It says I haven't trained judo since 2004. That was a good year. You heard of Carson Kine? Haven't heard of him. Gianni might get mad at me. Yeah. Let's listen to Gianni.
I'm super excited. I just secured a new apartment for myself. I've been looking around for a little while, but when I saw this, I knew I wanted to make it happen, so I'm glad I was able to get it done. But with anything in life, you're going to have to overpay a little bit, and this is a little over the budget that I had in mind originally. So if you want to help a guy out, help keep a roof over his head, hit me up for a seminar. You can message me here or send an email to giannipgrippo@gmail.com. Help me out, help level your students and yourself out. We can trade off here, make a good deal. So I'm super excited.
Oh, dang, my man. Where he staying at? Where he staying at? Where rent is so well, he stayed in some crazy places. Josiah about to fly him out, or about to have Gianni over for a little private lesson. He says, "Hey, Alec, love your content. Shout out from Sao Paulo." Oh, obrigado. Thank you. We got Brazil in here. Sometimes we get Japan in here. Sometimes we get Europe in here. He said, I emailed you, Gianni. Gianni about to jump off. What part of Jersey, though? I'm not sure. You know, depending on what part of Jersey you in, bro. You might be in Jersey City. Oh, no. Hoboken. Paying all your money. I forget where his school is. Where is Bodega? Where is Bodega? I forgot. It's in Morristown, something like that. No, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he commutes to the gym though. Regardless, you know, he is right. It is expensive in New Jersey. Looks like there's a couple people that want to have him out. I don't know anybody up here that wants him or could afford him, but it says I made some videos about Gianni on YouTube. Hopefully they're PG-13. They're not inappropriate. It says Moneyberg, money. How did I find this comment? Moneyberg needs to book this man to learn how to finish that head and arm. Unfortunately, for far from the Caribbean, so that's way off the map. Maybe someday. Yeah, so if you guys have a school out there, let's see if you can get Gianni out there. Yeah, New York expensive too. Well, I mean, Gianni used to have to commute all the way to NYC. Then he was in Hoboken for a minute, and now he's at Bodega. So I don't know. It's hard to be in those areas. I mean, I just got back from Jersey, but it's expensive, and you know, it's tough. It's tough everywhere in America, to be honest, guys. So it says, dang, wonder if you can get a government contract to train police and military. That's what the Gracies did. If you sign up at sam.gov and jump through a few other hoops, you can bid for at least DOD contracts. Might be overkill for what you need. An idea, though. I might do that. No more streaming for me. I'm going to do a DOD contract. Got Moneyberg over here. Gianni needs money and support. Y'all help my man out. Nah, Josiah, you donate to him, Josiah. Hit him up on Cash App, bro. Hit him up on Cash App, bro. It says, was the BJJ community too hard on Moneyberg? I think we watched this before, but we'll watch it again. You guys love Moneyberg. And Moneyberg might be sponsoring Gianni Grippo in the future, so we'll see.
Access to facilities that I have and the coaches that I have.
Less than 3 years and a half, I will get my black belt.
Wouldn't you?
1,000%. It's not 100%, 1,000%. I think the first time that I came is about 2 years and a half, maybe, right? 3 years.
2.5, 3 years, probably 3.
Yeah. And I was coming back every 3, maybe 4 months. Mm-hmm. And every time I came back, I was just like, wow. Who was here? You got so much better. Who was here? Oh, Gordon was here. Oh, Mike Musumeci was here. Oh, Jake Shields was here. Frankie Mir was here. And when he tell me these names, those are high-level, top-level fighters.
Best in the world.
Frankie Mir, UFC champion, is still holding the record most submission win in the UFC. It's not only jiu-jitsu, it's jiu-jitsu with the punches, with the small gloves, and the guy is the best. Oh, he spent a lot of hours with Frankie Mir. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, Jake Shields was here, Strike Force champion, UFC title, fought for the title, beat the best guys around. Great grappler. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Jake Shields. Oh, Valentina was here. Oh, Claudia Gadelha was here. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Gordon Ryan was here. The best, the top, the current best in the world right now. Maybe the best in history. Oh, okay, that makes sense. We spent a lot with all these guys. You know what? Show me something that these guys show you that I don't know.
If you would have had access to
our good old friend Moneyberg, Grippo might need some Moneyberg. Oh, here we go. Look at that.
So this is, I think this is you in Ukraine, or?
Ukraine, yeah, just on a summer vacation out there. But we were doing this charity seminar in Odessa. But I don't know, miscommunication. These guys were actually Dagestanis, so I thought they'd been sent by the Mac
to spy on you.
Yeah, yeah. But he was like, no more technique, let's roll.
Which is kind of crazy at a seminar, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of very angry.
And most of those guys have a lazy. You don't know how seriously they're looking at you either. This guy here, he came pretty hard.
Bro, these guys are trying to take your head off.
Yeah,
what the?
He did mildly scratch me there. I took that very personally. I put a bit of spice on it, but he did deserve it.
He had plenty of time to tap, I think.
Does he tap? He doesn't tap, right?
He's Russian. He never taps.
It pops here.
Ooh, pop, pop. And you hear it. It sounds like, it sounds like 4 or 5 pops.
God.
It's real crunchy. Sound effects to it, But, yeah, no, I mean, that's what happens at seminars. That was the best video I've ever released, because usually I go to seminars and people are like, they want to test, they want to kill you. Ever since this went out, everyone at seminars chill.
So this is, I think this is you in Ukraine.
My man used the fear tactics. He said, "All right, come and try to take me out. I'm gonna take your leg out." Gianni needs money support. Yeah, we're gonna let Monkeyberg handle that. Is that another one of your accounts, Marley? Marley got too many accounts. Marley, just use one account from now on. Talking about Moneyberg, let me. Can you guys see that? It says Moneyberg said you need $75,000 to roll with him. Let me move my head out the way in case I need to clip this. Let me read that one more. Can you guys see that? Yes. It says Moneyberg said you need $75K to roll with him. I believe that. If you're too broke, Moneyberg doesn't want to be around you. Why should he have to be around the poors? One dude said, "I'll give you $10K if you can pass my guard, and I'm 53. Derek Moneyberg says, "It would cost me $75,000 to have a couple of lost days of productivity to organize the travel to make that happen. I don't think you people..." Why does he use that term? You people? Who is he talking about? Us poors? "I don't think you people making nasty comments understand that my time is not like your time. My time is worth... You guys are poor. You guys..." That is true. His hourly rate is higher than ours. We ain't even making... I'm for sure not making 75 on this live stream. I wish this live stream was bringing in 75K. I'd be acting like Monkeybird too. Monkeybird, let's not talk about his appearance, guys. We just talk about his jiu-jitsu. "I don't think you people making nasty comments understand that my time is not like your time." Touche. "You guys go win all those competitions and collect your Chinese-made trophies." I don't know where they're made, actually. I'm just a businessman / investor who took up MMA as a fitness hobby. Never said I was the best in the world or was going to be heavyweight UFC champ. I've already accomplished my goals, and now I'll keep making progress on my training and make another 100 million. Dang. Yo, can you give Gianni a little bit of money, Monkeybird? While you continue your weird obsessions talking bad about me. Well, why are you posting? You be posting yourself on there. You posting yourself on there, Monkeybird. I mean, if you never posted about it, we never would have known. It says he doesn't have time to pass a 53-year-old's guard as he'll lose 75K, but he somehow had time to train 3,000 hours in 3 years. He also achieved all of his goals. He just What did he say? I don't know what that means. And he has time to get into little social media spats with people. He learned that from Gordon Ryan. With people who call him out for being a fake black belt. Also, if he is training MMA as a fitness hobby, wouldn't it make sense to compete at least once in a 3-year time period, even at a local Naga? That makes too much sense. I do not want to defend him at all, but BJJ or submission grappling in general is the only sport in which people brag about doing old man comps. Nah, people, they brag about pickleball and whatever Spartan race. You know, they be bragging about that stuff too. It would make sense to roll with at least one person that isn't a yes man. Well, he don't have no yet. Everybody's a yes man over there. It said Moneyberg did MMA. He got his black belt in MMA. The MMA fighters made a black belt for him so they could get more money. It would make sense to roll with at least one person. Yeah, he's not going to do that. He also said he trains BJJ in his mind, which allowed him to shortcut. You know, his IQ's higher than ours. This is what crowdfunding is for. I want to see him go against a blue belt accountant in his 40s. CJI, let's go. You can make fun of, I can't say that. That's some Ashita Kim level fight ducking right there. The Moneyberg steals the peach. Says, even though his time is gold, he definitely has the time to type 3-paragraph answers to random comments on social media. Cost him $1K to type that reply. My time is not like your time, bro. Get GTFO with that stuff. You're not some captain of industry jet setting around the world running a real business. We don't know. Maybe he's a trust fund kid or something. And making real deals. Your money came from inheriting 5 houses when your mom died. Oh, you worked as a dating coach for RSD before it went out of business. Now you're a wealth coach selling online courses on how to get rich and conquer the world by thinking positively or some nonsense. Go outside and touch some grass. One of my wife's cousins was married to a guy like this. Honestly, he was legitimately correct. He managed a multi-billion-dollar quant hedge fund, and his attention and focus generated insane returns. He also constantly reminded everyone around him of this, including family, and was utterly uncompromising with the normal frictions of life. I personally saw him stand an immediate family member at a strand. I personally saw him strand an immediate family member at a restaurant because he couldn't or wouldn't wait 1 to 2 minutes for them to use the bathroom. Absolutely raging jerk. You know, I'm kind of editing a little bit of what they're saying. If that's what it takes to be a gazillionaire, the universe can keep the money. Had a friend marry into an obscene wealth and wholeheartedly agree. The problem with these types is they don't just rule the world around them. They create it, and the people have to live in it. Marcelo, please humble money. Marcelo might be in those videos too. You know, Marcelo, you're going to be smiling, putting on the Moneyberg t-shirt. He's not going to rock the boat, guys. Let's see. Number 1, wealthy people don't get paid by the hour. And 2, he more or less admits he more or less admits here he's not very good. In one breath, he's uber wealthy, and in the other, he can't afford to lose a few pennies to show the world how deserving he is of the belt. Silly. My bet is he's worth a few million and spends every penny on looking like he's 10 times that. Says, funny how often his story changes. Remember how he said this? I don't know what he said. There's a lot of UFC and world champion guys that can't tap me anymore. Occasionally I tap them. You know, Mikey let him tap. No, did he? He said Marcelo won't sell out. Marcelo might sell out, bro. He Brazilian. I'm sorry, Brazilians. I love you guys. A lot of Americans will sell out. A lot of people, the thing is, you never know what people will do until they get that offer. They get the Moneyberg hits their cash out. You might see Marcelo in that basement. You might see Grippo in that basement. But for sure, you won't see Alec in that basement. Says I want one of the MMA and BJJ professionals who have taken money to vouch for this guy to tell us whether it's true or false that there is a lot of UFC guys and world champion guys that can't tap Moneyberg. Who are these UFC guys and Mikey, come on, you know it's Mikey. Did anyone record any of the roles where they tried and failed to tap Moneyberg? Gordon might be in there too. Gordon said Gordon said you can tap him out for about $10,000. He let you tap him out. The beauty of this is, while I haven't seen any live rolls recorded whatsoever, there have been some of his drilling posted here, and it looks as bad as your average 2-stripe white belt. The drilling videos were posted as by Moneyberg himself as recently as a few months ago, but he took them down. We don't need to see him face actual pros. We need to see him face the average blue belt. That average blue belt will tear him apart. He ain't gonna survive. He ain't ever really rolled, man. He been doing private lessons this whole time. I'm sure there are at least a dozen blue belts within an hour's drive of wherever he lives who would love to do this. He wouldn't even need to take any time out of his day. Just skip a round of submitting Gordon or Mikey and roll with literally any person who isn't paying. So yeah, that's Moneyberg. You know, if you guys got 75K, he might let you fight. Let me skip this. Imanari, we saw that Imanari was rolling with Marcelo. Can we see the video, the clip? Can you guys see? That's Marcelo Imanari. Where's Imanari school? Where's Imanari school? Is it in Hawaii too? Let me read this real fast. Where's Imanari school? Does anybody know? I don't know if this is in Japan or not. I'm not gonna look it up. I'm getting tired, guys. I might tap out. 2 hours. Someone says, why don't people use the Williams guard? Well, I use it. Marcelo, please come back and compete. Wagner called you out. You guys, let's do it. Let's get Wagner versus Marcelo, and we'll get Josiah versus Gianni Grippo. Someone said, learned it recently. Awesome shoulder clamp. Well, that's kind of where rubber guard came from. Does anybody say anything? I'm not gonna read it, guys. I'm tired. I ain't got no energy. This is why I don't really stream after training. I don't have any energy anymore. Someone said, just got slept for the first time. Got caught in a guillotine in training. Last thing I remember is thinking I'll escape in the next few seconds. So that's how it be. You gotta leave enough oxygen to make sure you can tap out. Like, sometimes your body gonna shut off, bro. So tap out, people. It says everyone touched your butthole while you were sleeping. You wouldn't know. Moneyberg could be touching you. You wouldn't know. So it says UFC BJJ 2, they had it unlisted. Why bother offering it for free and then make it hard for people to find it? I don't know. Was it on there? I didn't watch it. Who is everyone most excited to watch at the Craig Jones Invitational? Craig Jones. Joseph Chin versus Mika. You guys going to be disappointed because Kevon. I'll fight Kevon. Let's go, Kevon. I mean, I'm too fat right now, but says, am I wrong thinking the odds are in Mika's favor? I love watching Joseph, but that would be a big upset. Mika is a massive favorite. Their resumes aren't comparable or compatible. I love Joe Chin, by the way. His one advantage is that he's slightly bigger. Joe Chin is huge. Why you guys think Joseph Chin is small? Just because he's half Asian? Nope. I wouldn't say it's an upset either way, no matter who won. Personally, I think Joseph is better. Not by a lot, though. How? How is it Joseph better? But Mika has more competition experience, and Joseph does get comp anxiety. I think Joseph has more potential than Mika. How? How does Joseph have more potential than Mika? And I like Joseph Chin. Mika got out. He did the Super Grand Slam where he won Euros, Pans, Worlds, and ADCC all in the same year. And tapping basically the best guys. Well, not in ADCC, but I just don't think Joseph could do the same. And the only person that did that, the only people that could do something like that, there's been a couple of people actually. There's actually been a couple of people that could do that, but I just don't know if Joseph could do it. Joseph versus Grippo. Well, Joseph's too big, man. How is Gianni going to beat Joseph? He doesn't have the tools. He's going to get camped on. Can't wait to see Craig versus his blood pressure. We shouldn't really, people joke about this stuff, but that blood pressure stuff is for real. Like, if Craig Jones had a heart attack, we would be really sad. So hopefully he takes care of his health. I'm very curious to see how far teams other than New Wave, Atos, and B Team do. And underdog winning would be absolutely crazy given how stacked New Wave and Atos are. The only team I could see pulling off a upset, I want to say 10th Planet, but honestly, I'm going to go with Team Australia. I think they got, especially the big boys, I think they got the best big boys that can submit you. You know, Victor Hugo's good and Nicky Rod's good. They ain't going to submit nobody. Felipe Pena's kind of getting old and he kind of burnt out. Kynan, you don't even know what kind of Kynan you're going to get. What's that kid? Kyle Bohm. Aiken might be okay. We'll see. I gotta go with Australia as far as the big dudes that gonna grab your legs and submit you. The blood pressure. No, we told you guys it wasn't a joke. This stuff is for real, man. It seems like a joke, but it's real. I want to see Craig and Gable. Gable is an absolute beast. I'm scared Craig gets his arm ripped off. No way. Kennard for sure. Isn't Kennard? He's for Australia team. I'm going Team Australia. Pyramid to destroy the EU team. Pato versus Mika. That would be kind of cool. Pato versus Hokage. Pato. They already fought before. Mika versus Hokage. I don't think they fought before. I want to see Dante versus Mika. I'm not really interested in that match. I just want to see the different permutations of matches. You know, Pato versus Joseph. Some of those big dudes versus Pato and Mika. So hopefully it should be exciting. Let's watch one match, guys, and I gotta tap out because I'm getting tired.
Agora é guerra.
We got Pedro Marinho versus Yatan Bueno. I believe this guy, didn't he hit with USADA? Didn't he get busted by USADA?
Valendo o cheque de R$100 mil, Pedro Marinho contra Yatan Bueno, grande final do GP absoluto no Gui do BJJ Stars na sua 16ª edição. Os dois aí tiveram bastante tempo aí para descansar, se recuperar, e agora é tudo ou nada, né, Vitor?
É, isso aí. Agora você viu ali, a gente fez a análise, você falou bem da chave toda, como é que ela se desenvolveu. E temos aí, de um lado, um dos favoritos, sem dúvida nenhuma, do seu lado, né, que é o Pedro Marinho, e a zebra máxima da chave do lado de lá, que é o Yatan. Sem demérito nenhum, mas foi o último a entrar, entrou.
You can just see Pedro he looks a lot more comfortable on his feet. He's in that flow state, you know, where you're not worried about winning or losing. You're just moving around. It's like one of the best feelings, really.
Na calada da noite, no GP, por conta
do Josh
Saunders, e tá aí na final, derrubando o Cyborg e derrubando o Raíssa Rida, ou seja, para surpresa de todo mundo, inclusive a minha. Então, impressionante e muito legal. Vamos ver essa final aí com tudo.
E é bacana porque
Duck Under.
Absoluto mesmo.
Super
Duck.
Duck.
Uma diferença grande entre os dois, né, Baby?
Exatamente, né? Tem uma diferença de peso aí dos dois, uma final de absoluto. Mas olha a postura do Yatan, que interessante. Ele deixa o Pedro entrar nas pernas dele, né? Ele mantém a base ali, ele só bate o quadril.
He actually knows how to clear the collar ties. He's moving around, looking for openings, creating openings, feinting.
Vai ser uma luta bem complicada. O Yatan, que geralmente só joga por cima, é bom de queda.
And most importantly, he's attacking. Even if he doesn't get it. Attack, attack, attack. Nice. Hey!
Os dois ali se embolaram no scramble.
Momento bom do Pedro, né? Momento bom do Pedro. E até
what's my favorite sub?
Acabou deixando
I
a
don't
perna
know.
do Pedro.
Pedro foi ali no single leg, conseguiu
I don't
catar
know what I'm doing
o
now.
Bueno.
Armbar.
O Bueno tentou contra
Keep it simple, armbar.
E, enfim, acabaram saindo
Subway, tuna sub. I haven't been to Subway in a long time. Not since they had that $5 foot long. I don't really go to Subway.
Cara, ele faz jus ao apelido, né? Yatrem.
You know how many calories in that Subway, bro?
Forte, é muito forte. e explosivo demais. O Pedro, que também é um cara muito explosivo, não conseguiu segurar o ímpeto do Yatan ali agora. Mas tá ali, e o Yatan não tá preocupado com o Pedro, não. Ele tá andando pra frente, ele tá encarando, ele tá botando testa com testa, ele tá indo pra dentro. Eu acho assim, o Pedro não pode dar um vacilo.
It's crazy how upright, nice snatch. It's crazy how upright the jiu-jitsu, how upright the jiu-jitsu stance is, you know. You can't have like a wrestling stance really low or crouch, but you can't be all the way upright like in judo. Marley need all the calories. Yeah, eat, do what you need to do, bro. Some of us are high calorie grapplers. We need to eat less calories, but you need calories.
Para quem está chegando agora na transmissão, vale relembrar algumas peculiaridades dessa regra aqui do BJJ Stars. Então já está valendo pontos, né? Não tem aquele momento sem pontuação como acontece no ADCC. O atleta também pode puxar para a guarda.
Nice. He does a really good duck under when the guy has one hand, and then he ducks with the other side, opposite of that hand. So you guys got to keep attacking, you know. Marcelo, that's kind of Marcelo's theory. Just keep attacking. Guillotines. Nice. Leg stuff, possibly. More so guillotines. You know, you might see a guillotine later. Spoiler alert. More upright. You can react more to stuff upright, but you know, in jiu-jitsu they don't do very low level, like low ankle, double legs and all this stuff. But in wrestling they be attacking low all day. So look, you got the head. Yeah, I would say more so the legs, the head. Sorry. Yeah. So that changes things. You know, in wrestling, you hit the chest wrap. You get 4 or 5 points or something like that. Jiu-jitsu, you just get caught in a guillotine. So look, right there, yeah. So that's why you keep the upright posture. I want you guys to notice the stance. So look at the Yatsen Bueno. He doesn't have a stance, but Pedro is kind of moving in and out of his stance, but he actually has a stance. So when I say stance, like a lead leg. The other guy's kind of very in a defensive stance. So in wrestling, usually you're gonna have one stance. Usually you're gonna stick with. Well, if you don't practice takedowns, you're not gonna have a stance, right? And you just see that Pedro's moving around more. He's breaking collar grips, slapping the hand off. So you're more susceptible to single legs and ankle picks when you're upright. Yeah, that is true. But they can enter the legs. You know that Kani Basami's there if you go for the single leg. Sumagaishi. Whatever you do, there's gonna be a way to counter it, right? You too upright, they're gonna go low. You too low, they're gonna go for your head. If you're right in the middle, they're gonna create some opening somewhere. Duck under. So you got to be fluent on your feet. Same wrestling, judo, whatever. You got to be fluent in those techniques. You know, that's why jiu-jitsu people don't really commit too much. You know, you might get caught in something crazy. Nice duck under. All right, he's trying to shoot. All right, I'm gonna tap out after this video, guys. I'm gonna tap out. 1 minute left. I mean, Pedro's gonna win this match. Oh, shoots. There we go. Got his head caught, head and arm. Tries to roll out. He should have kept going, but because he shot, you know, usually you hold your breath when you shoot. so he didn't have any oxygen in his lungs. So yeah. All right, guys, that's it. I wanted to make sure I got on here, even though I had no energy. You saw me eating on here, so I'm probably gonna get some more food or lay down or something. So I think I'm gonna take this weekend off. We'll see. I do want to start streaming on the weekends too. Says for the single leg, you gotta keep your rear hand on the calf instead of on the thigh. Makes it much harder to counter the Americana. You mean Kimura? I don't know. It doesn't matter. More for blast single. You can run. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. That snatch single, you see that more in jiu-jitsu. Wrestling, they're gonna get behind you or pick your leg up or something. So there's some nuance in the takedowns. That's about it, guys. I'm not sure if I probably want to stream tomorrow, but I do want to add more weekends. Yeah. That's basically it. If you guys want to support the channel, BJJ Mental Models, got a video with them coming out soon. Yeah, Kimura, it's all good. Yeah, BJJ Mental Models, and then just tell people about the channel, let them know about the live stream. That's basically it. So I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Again, today is Fitness Friday. Go ahead and walk, do your push-ups, sit-ups, whatever you can do. Why is my thing not sticking? Yeah, whatever you guys can do, go ahead and do that, okay? And I'll see you guys soon. And just be healthy, man. Who else telling you guys to be healthy? Nobody. None of these people. Keep all your personalities healthy, guys and gals. All right, I'm done. See you guys. Peace. Stay out of trouble. And don't stalk Gianni Grippo, guys. Come on.